can listen and change to do the better. These are people you start to insult. President Waka, why are children crossing back today? 2 years now into your administration, you said we're not going to see this thing happening in the country, but it is happening.
The Liberian Council of Churches, it is something that they crafted from the World Council of Churches, which was meant to promote peace and justice.
We dig out the facts. We bring the issue to the public to participate.
I was children. I was best children. Why they keep it over there for them to get money without
work? They're lying, looking for witness or because they not getting nothing off la fide. No witness.
It is government that we have here. But it is clear that Baka is not in charge. What the guy will do, they want to take some money onto themselves. Papa is not lima. Then we can wait on the shoulder task force so that we can start with it. And the very people that are involved, even the things that are happening in Liberia, he told them he placed it on the task force.
Issue in the society. We discuss critical issues affecting the nation against socio-economic issues standing to shape the destiny of Liberia. We discuss issues including poverty rates. Human rights concern environmental challenges with a lower percentage of the population struggling to meet basic needs. Human rights violations such as arbitrary killing issue in the society comes to you on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10:30 a.m. to 12 o'clock p.m. Join our panelists, Aliu Masale and Solomon Bakari from the US of A, and the host, Stephen Contour on Kings FM 88.5.
Exclusive from hotlbr.com.
When they were coming, they said they were freedom fighters. When they were coming, they said they were liberators. But when they eat their man, they teach their man. What kind of people they do?
They are freedom fighters.
What kind of people they do?
They are freedom fighters.
You freedom fighter, you raping our women.
They are freedom fighters.
Freedom fighter, you killing our children.
They are freedom fighters.
Freedom fighter, you destroying our country.
They are freedom fighters.
Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, yo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, yo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. When they were coming, they said they were liberators. When they were coming, they said they were liberators. But when they came their ground, they teach their mind. When they came their ground, they teach their mind. What kind of people they do?
They are freedom fighters.
What kind of people they do?
They are freedom fighters.
Freedom fighter, you raping our women.
They are freedom fighters.
Freedom fighter, you killing our children.
They are freedom fighters.
Freedom fighter, you destroying our country.
They are freedom fighters.
Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, yo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, yo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo.
Okay. It is another day of Friday. And February says 2026. And we are here. This is we'd like to welcome you to today's edition of the program Issues in the Society. I'm Stephen Compton. Janan Pesima is also here. We have been joined by our man Solomon Barker Reeves, the We Nation man there from the US. And together we are going to drive you through to 12th this afternoon. And so for those of you who are following us via our various social media platforms, we are calling upon you to share the live video, invite other people. We are here doing what we can do best. You know, every day that comes, someone will always say, Liberia is like a whole movie by itself. There's so many scenes, so many episodes where the director who directed the movies, sometimes appears so comical, like one may say. But we are here, and for today, our quotation, our motivational words says, people do not really cry when they are betrayed. Rather, they cry whenever, whenever they think about how they trusted the betrayer. I read that again so that our people can be able to understand our motivational statement for today. People do not really cry whenever they are betrayed. Rather, they cry whenever they think about how they trusted the betrayer. That's our wise words for today. As I told you, whenever we come on the show, we will be able to give out the motivational statements to you, our followers. So good morning to our people there in Claudedepo, Niku Town, our people in Central Moravia here, our people here, there in Cardwell, Door Community, West Point, and other parts of the country. We want to say good morning to every one of you. And for those of you who are following us, riding your keke, your car, and you are following the broadcast, we say good morning to you as well. And thanks for the great job you always do to always follow us. It is very important. Like I always say, it is always good. And this is our own way, contributing to the mother's land through the pages of history. I'm Stephen Compton. Jenan is here. Solomon Bakari is there. Together, we are going through. But let me bring on Jenan Pesima. Good morning, Jenan. You are so happy this Friday.
Good morning, Mr. Compton. Good morning, Mr. Reeves. I just told Compton that you are so punctual this morning. Good job. And I think you need to be. We got to give him,
a award.
For coming to class this early. So, good morning, Redderland. Good morning, our texters and commenters and everybody that follow us via the internet. We want to say good morning to you and hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful night. So, Stephen, how was your night?
Yes, my night was great, and we are grateful to God. Let's go over to Solomon Bakari, the We Nation. Good morning.
Good morning, General. Good morning, Compton. And good morning to our wonderful people of Mama Liberia. And not forgetting the one and only We Nation. It is a good pleasure to be with you guys this morning and be early. Actually, I was all set for this today. So I'm punctual to be here.
Okay, that's good. Thank you so much. Thank you, Solomon Bakari, for joining us this soon. And like Janet Pesima said, you came to class soon, very, very early.
Yes.
They will not be marking your grade now. They see where our bossman can be marking grade, or if it's an easy shirt, they will not be marking your grade.
That's good. God not creating new time. You see, we're not creating new land. And so I gotta try by all means to be on time. But I'm at work. Sometimes when the workload is tedious, then sometimes I don't come at all. Sometimes I come in late and what have you. But today was one of the better days.
That's fine. And we hope that Aliyu Masale joins us very, very soon. As we go on. Yes, as we go on today's edition of the program. Yeah, you want to say something?
No, I say Aliyu, he's late.
Oh yeah, you beat today you beat the man late. Man can. But what we'll be doing on Jenna, if anybody comes late, they will pay fine.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, how we'll be running our own class here on the platform. You can't on late,
Yeah,
you
you
will pay
gotta pay
fine.
fine.
Yeah, that all will be it will be making it to for people to be coming to class soon. You know, for two of them, for them to be coming soon. But anyway, it is great having you. Like I said, no, we're ready for you. Just wait. We'll play you. Just wait, but we're ready yet. Yeah. So, fellow Liberians, thank you, Solomon Barker Reeves. You know, it is just very important. We must appreciate you and Aliyu Masale because it is not easy, right? With the type of work you do, you know, at times you take all your time just to come on the platform and be able to discuss issues that matter to our people is something we must commend you for. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chief. And also to you, to Aliyu Masale as well, because it is not easy at about the time to just wake up from your sleep, come on the radio. You know, it is not easy. It is not easy. So must appreciate you, right? So, fellow Liberians, we are here. Like I said earlier on, our quotation, right? Let me say small thing about our quotation and we'll go to what we're supposed to talk about. So, Solomon Barker Reeves, we have introduced something different on the platform that anytime we come, we read out quotation. So beginning next week, Janet Pesima will be able to read all of our quotation from Monday, Wednesday, and Friday and explain them, right? So we come up with this issue here where when we come on the platform, we read out a particular quotation or motivational statement. We talk about it, then we move on to our discussion points, right? So today's quotation, like I said, people don't really they don't really cry most of the time when you betray them, right? There are a lot of people who don't really cry or don't really feel bad whenever they are betrayed. But they feel bad or sometimes they shed tears when they try to imagine the level of trust they have built in you over the period of time, Jenna Pesima. The confidence they have built in you over the period of time, the areas they have passed, the dangerous path they have taken over the period of time just to ensure that probably you become another person or you become somebody better in the society, right? Or you reach a certain point, in society when that particular person hope or that trust is dashed down, it makes the person to feel bad. It makes the person to cry. So that's the reason why most people will feel bad. Yeah, the person already betrayed me, I know. But if you ask that person, the first thing they will tell you, Janet Pesima, while they are in that teary mood, they are crying, the person will be able to tell you, after all I have done for the person. And Janet, you have listened to people saying that, right? After all the things that I passed through, all the things that I did for that person here, and that's why they did to me at the end of the day. You know the reason why they are making mention of that particular statement whenever you ask them, they don't make mention of the betrayal, but at first they make mention of what they have done for you. What they are done for you, you know, when a person makes that statement, it means that at that point in time, the person is thinking about how they pass through a lot of things, you know, to make you who you are, or probably to contribute to your life and other things. So that's the explanation of our quotation for today. Other people may have different explanation to that, but that's one of the explanations to this particular quotation. So let us go on. Venetia Junior Bath, thank you. William W. Willow is following us from the Cardwell, and thank you. Nicholas West is also following us as well. And yes, let's go on and on. We have Delvin Dopo is also following us. Thank you so much. All right, Delvin, thank you for following us from Ganta, Nima County. Bidel Joe is also following us, and Melvin Terry, thank you so much from the Battery Factory. And Melvin says a pleasant good morning to you all from the US. Okay, thank you so much, Melvin. I share the live video and invite other people to watch, right? So there are a lot of things been happening, my fellow Liberian, but I don't want to dwell on it too much because, you know, it has been said. over and over.
Quick question. The quotation you read, whose quotation is that? Because it's a quotation, so it may have come from somebody.
It's a motivational statement. You are right. So we are going to call the person. Probably call the name of the person another time. Yes, you are right on that. That would be very, very much good. Solomon Barker Reeves. Yes. So, like I said, let me begin on this note, right? You know, a couple of months ago or days ago, there was a thing, right? Our president on numerous occasions, I think a day or two, to the third sonant address. And the president had a gathering at the church. And one of the things he spoke about at that particular church was unity. Uniting the people, bringing Liberians together as one, so that we can be able to develop the country. Because according to him, Liberia will not be developed if we are divided. And that is true. The president made a very excellent statement, and I must appreciate him for that. That particular statement that was made, it was so excellent, beautiful, said, like the way Donald Trump, right? In my Donald Trump voice, he made a particular statement with a beautiful English spoken on that day, that this our country, my people, when we making noise, it will not be developed. Because people who will get their money when they come into the country to invest, when they bring in their money in the country to invest, when noise is in the country, the people will not be able to invest. That's good. That's good. That's good of him. But now, here is the issue. Like I said, I will not dwell much on this particular topic, like what he said to the ordinary people who are pleading for help, you know, his statement to them. But there are certain things that I want to pinpoint, that I want to figure out from the president's statement, that many people are now watching out for. And when people are speaking, right, you should be able to analyze their statement. When people are speaking, when somebody just speaking, right, analyze the person's statement. Look at the person's reaction. Watch out for the person's reaction. There are other people who, when they react, you know, without words, their gesture alone will tell you what they are talking about or what they mean. So whenever somebody is speaking, look, watch out for those words that are coming from the person's mouth. Watch out for their reaction, or even when you're asking a question, their response to that particular question. Always watch out for it. The president made a statement yesterday, and there were a lot of things all on social media. You know, people said, you know, they have their own interpretation about the president's statement on yesterday. But there are a couple of things I would like us to look at, right? But before then, let me play this video and let us build the foundation of the discussion where the whole thing came from. I'm going to play that video, and after the lady, you listen to the lady's voice. After that, you're going to listen to the response the president has to give to the lady, all of those people who are affected or are to be affected about this demolition, you know, evasion issue and other things, right? Now, I'm going to put it on the screen. Like for those of you who are following us, you have watched this video, but I'm going to play the video. Is another segment of the video. You are going to listen to it and you are going to watch it. For those of you who are following us, you know, via Radio Land, you listen to her voice, right? It's so sorrowful. You are going to listen to the lady, and thereafter you listen to our president's voice. Then when we come back, I'm going to pinpoint certain issues that we need to watch for. Okay, so let me get the video on the screen for our people.
I can't get out. I can't get out. I can't get out. International community come over here. Oh, la bureau, la bureau. Oh, my people, now they got la bureau who want it. Now they got la bureau who want it. Now they got la bureau who want it. Rescue team, you say you give a rescue also. I tried it, I tried it, I tried it. Rescue team, you say you give a rescue also. I tried it, every people talk about property, $500,000 US, we tried it.
So the army people know the demarcation, they know what land belongs to them. If they don't, there's a way to determine that. But we make sure that the army is not violating anybody's right.
To reconsider them, but because
to reconsider who?
The occupants.
Consider who?
The occupants.
Who?
To
reconsider who? To reconsider who?
Okay, so you listen to that audio, right? You listen to the latest cry, right? She's one of the persons that has a property at the 72nd Barry there on the Somalia Drive. We're going red light, right? She one of the persons, according to her, she invested $1,000, over 500,000 in a particular property. So as part of that, she was able to go to the Capitol building, play with the lawmakers, and all this kind of thing, right? You listen to her. Now, she's one of the persons, and this has been going on. The Satan issue there, other communities on the bourgeois island, other people who were having their properties around the roadside and all these things, they were demolished. That they were demolished and other things, right? Now with this situation. Thank you. Quillen Banks, watching from Motor Conan, right? A Broadville area. With this situation, and what I want to draw your mind to, right, fellow Liberians, I don't want to discuss the entire statement of the president, but there is something I want you to take a look at, and I'm going to play that voice again, and I want you to listen to it very, very carefully, fellow Liberians. When our colleague, a journalist, ask the president, will you reconsider then? Listen to the president's response. Listen, fellow Liberian, I want for you to listen. For those of you who are following us, I want you to listen to that particular statement here. Listen.
The occupants. The occupants.
The army, if they don't, there's a way to determine that. But we make sure that the army is not violating anybody's right.
To reconsider them, but because
to reconsider who?
Okay, to reconsider them. That was a question, right? That was the question the journalist asked the president. Mr. President, the people that build their area are the buried there. The people crying. Jenna Pesima or Solomon Bagaris and fellow Liberians. The journalist said, Mr. President, the people are crying. Those people, the Liberian people are crying. They have invested enough in their properties. And here we are, the army people say they want for the people to move to the area. And apparently the properties will be destroyed in the process.
Of course.
So, Mr. President, President of the nation, where you, mind you, like I said earlier on, the president talked about unity, right? Bringing the country together and putting people under one umbrella, about unity and all these kind of things. So listen to the president's response. The general asking, will you reconsider them? Listen to what the president said.
Reconsider who? Determine that, but we make sure that the army is not violating anybody's right.
To reconsider them, but because
to reconsider who? To reconsider who?
Consider them, but because
to reconsider who?
Consider them, but because
to reconsider who?
Now you listen. The president is asking the journalist, right? Jenna Pesima, to reconsider who? That was the question. That was a response, right? This particular part of the discussion, there's a discussion they were having, right? And the president knows that these are the people involved, that the people they're talking about. The president already know. And when the journalist asking, will you reconsider them? And that particular response, you know what I mean? You know, when you are having conversation with people, our people that know who sometimes you and somebody will get up. Maybe you don't have time for another person. You really don't like someone's business or all this kind of thing, right? And when the person asks you, okay, so all the things that are happening, when you want for you and the person you have to make peace, who want to make peace? Just watch that particular word. That's what I mean. To reconsider who? Who should I reconsider? So this particular statement alone, it tells you how the president of the Republic of Liberia does not prioritize the well-being of our people. Who are those people I should reconsider? That's the interpretation. You see what we have been talking about? When we say this thing, foolish people will call on the radio, be talking all kinds of nonsense with what is happening, right? The president has the power. The president has the power. We are not saying that the people should remain there. No, the land is not for the people, granted. But don't you think the president can use their own will as a president of the Republic of Liberia, commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Liberia, to use his own will, use his own wisdom, use his own power? The president coming here to reconsider who? Let those people go to hell that they're the ones supposed to reconsider. These are things we have been talking about, fellow Liberians. Who are those people that I should reconsider? Who are those people? I cannot reconsider them. Let them go to hell. That was a response. That's an interpretation of that particular response. Let me play again so you can listen to it. That's the reason why I say when people are talking, watch out for.
We'll make sure that the army is not violating anybody's right.
To reconsider them, that pick up.
Reconsider.
Consider them, that pick up.
Reconsider.
Consider them, that pick up.
Reconsider.
Who are those people that I should go and reconsider? Janet Besima is laughing. I'm trying to interpret the president's statement. Who are those people that I should go and reconsider? You see what we've been talking about here? You see what we have been talking about? Now, the next issue we should be able to look at, right? This particular press conference or the interaction the president had with the press, and it would have been a point at which the president apparently may have won the admiration of the people, or probably slightly, the trust of the people after blundering during the Sona address, after lying to the people, after coming up, to tell the people that my people, we lie to you people, right? We lie to the Liberian people. I think by this point in time, there should be a level of compassion. Mr. President, you are not only a president, but you are a father. What if you were a president and this thing happened to your own people? These people that are going through this kind of situation today, they are Liberians, right? Everything that's happening around here. And when we say, oh, the government know about it, and they will say, oh, the government know about it. But from the action of the president, from the president's response to the journalists about this particular situation, you don't need a rocket scientist or maybe a medicine man, or maybe the pastor that can speak in tongue to tell you that the man does not have time for the Liberian people. That's why it indicates. That's exactly what it indicates. Who are those people that I should reconsider? Who are those people? Who are those people? That's part the dance in the purple water. The vote me into power, but I'm already president. So why should I reconsider them? Who are those people? Let the army people go and destroy their property. Mr. President, you have the will, Chief. You could have said something better than what you said. That alone can make those people, it can bring about certain feeling. Depression. With all these things are happening. Even if you will not be able to intervene. But a statement from you could be something that will have created a hope for those people that, oh yeah, the president may not be able to, intervene, but for what he said, at least we are certified. That what makes you a president, chief. But with the statement to reconsider who is a condemnation of the people. Who are those people that should go and reconsider? A condemnation of them. So now let's go to the next issue. The president made mention. Let's go. Let's listen further.
The occupants.
The army entitled the decent livelihood that they have lived.
Okay, the army people are entitled to decent livelihood. That was the president said. That is, the president cares so much about the well-being of the army, the men in arms. The president cares about their well-being. That's exactly what he's trying to say. So now the people that are on the land there, whose well-being the president does not care about, the ordinary Liberians, right? The average Liberian, the one who goes in the market and sell, who yesterday never had anywhere to sleep and were able to move to that area, build a little shelter, who the president does not care about their livelihood. He now telling the Liberian people that those army people, he prioritized their livelihood. When, Mr. President? When have you? When did you start prioritizing the well-being of the army people, Mr. President? Those people, they don't really speak about this issue. No, their ethics speak against those things. Probably with the way, and the way things are going around, and no, they will not come out to say it. No, they don't do that. They are very, very trained. They are very, very trained to these things. So they don't do that to come to say, oh, that's what we are going to do in the barrier. There are other people, other areas that maybe when the health sector is challenged, or hospitals are challenged, you see the people, when the teachers, the schools, they'll see the people coming out to be protesting. The army people, actually, they don't do that. Last time I checked, it was their wives that came out, on other issues, right? To come and talk about these things, right? Their wives and maybe their husbands, right? But those people, if for any reason you will be able to listen to them, to speak out, and you will feel bad how those people, the men and women that are in uniform, how they are treated at the various barracks, at the various areas. Honor your watch, Mr. President. So now it is time now you care about our well-being. It is now that you care about our well-being. And now let me tell you something, right? Like people may say, I was just telling somebody, when these things are happening, when you don't have time for anybody at all, and at a certain point in time, the president start coming and acting and say, the leg of business, you must ask questions. Why is it? What is it that this president is coming, Mr. President? So with that statement that you're making, right, that the people should be able to respect the rule of law and that we understand, but no, you should not be the one saying it, Mr. President, right? You should not be talking about respecting the rule of law in this country anymore. If you'll be able to talk about something, talk about it, Liberian people listen, but not the respect of the rule of law. Not the respect of the rule of law. Because the rule of law has been urinated on your watch, and you take the lead to do this. And we continue to see it. So you should not be telling citizens now to respect the rule of law. Now, with what you are saying. So, with that particular statement, and now, fellow Liberians, with all these things that are happening, the president losing the confidence of the people. Out of the blue sky is the time he said he cares about the army. The army. It is not time he said he cares about the army. Think about that. I will just leave it on the surface. Now, the time now the president is losing the confidence of the people. If you go everywhere, you put microphone to somebody else's mouth and talk about their government, they will always tell you that the people fool us. The people lie to us. The government fool us. The president betray us. It is not time the president now building rapport around the army. It's not time the president thinks that the army needs better life. It is that time the president is coming to tell Liberian people At the point in time, the president is now losing the confidence of the people while we are approaching 2029. And the party chair of the United Party, you will go on radio to be telling people that they will rule this country for the next 200 years to come. Are you seeing the coordination of these things that are happening? Are you sometimes do you rather sit and think about these things? When the president is not prioritizing the well-being of the people, like where he went yesterday, the area he went yesterday, you know how many people areas got burned in Liberia here? Why didn't the president go there to sympathize with those people? Ask yourself why? Why is it that the president haven't gone to people whose houses got burned? At the end of the day, people died. They lost their lives to the fire. The first year of this president, you know how many people died? You know how many people died to fire? Has the president ever visited those people, those areas, to sympathize with them? But now it happened around the army era. The president is going there. He's speaking to Liberians that the president, the people, the army people, they deserve better life. And you, the people that dance in the people water, ain't even get time for you. The people deserve better life. The party chair is coming here to rule the country for 200 years. You see what is happening, fellow Liberians. You need to think when people are speaking. You should be able to analyze their statement, and you will know his or where they are coming from. So, Mr. President, that's our president. Like I told you, I don't want to talk much on this issue, fellow Liberians. We make the decision collectively, right? If I say we are Liberian, right?
Yeah.
And this is why we are saying today, Mr. President, again, you have blundered. Let me say this. That would have been a space for you, created for you, to buy the sympathy of the Liberian people. But you blunder once again. You blunder once again. And one may say, oh, the people, they got power. They may not think about this, they think about that. But it should not be at the detriment of the ordinary people. That should not be at the detriment of any average Liberian. Shannon, let's get Solomon Bakari. We'll come back to you. Then we go on. Solo, you listen to the president's voice, or you listen, you have been following this issue that have been happening. A couple of other issues. Let's get you on.
Thank you very much. First of all, have in mind that the president is a commander-in-chief. The president has the right to defend the military. But equally so, you have to read between the lines. As somebody who can resolve problem, you will have a different approach. But I said to you, as somebody from the United Party, that I did not support President Boakai, and I listed among many things. I listed 3, and one of those 3 that I listed that we cannot resolve problem. First of all, we have to find out when was that particular area given to the military as a barracks, or for the military to be there? Was it during those times? Because after slaughtering the Congo people, they did not want for other people to fight in and all of those. So they were trying to find strategic areas to declare to set a barracks there. So we got to look at all of those things. And if that was done during the 1980s, people were living there before that place was declared for the military. If the president, who is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, we know that it is the government of Liberia that get the spots that they took from whoever they took it from. I think from the Zion and the Genesis and some other people. So we understand all of those stuff. The president, because he is not somebody that can resolve a problem, he make the problem worse. Liberia is not as developed as our neighboring Ghana. Okay, to say, well, the place is so developed, so we don't have a place for military to be, so the military got to be in a city. No. That particular military was set there during the Doe regime, from the early part of those regime. So now that we don't have military government, we have civilian government, then the military need to go back to the barracks. Some of those are occupying Broad Street, other areas, they send them back in the barracks. So if those people were left over there and you have a civilian government, and then of course compounded with a civil unrest, most of the Liberian people they were slaughtered. Most of them also fled as refugee, and they came back. So the population of Montserrat County grew. So if the population of Montserrat County has increased, then as president, you could have said, well, I'm the commander in chief. You know, our population has increased, especially these are city areas. So what we're going to do is to rebuild a place for the military people, or even if you want to build a new housing for them, you build it somewhere that is on the outskirts of the city. That would be appropriate. The military people will have no problem with that. But because he does not know how to resolve problem, he does not care. Have in mind day one, when there were rumors that Liberians were going to be sent back to Liberia, deported to Liberia, the president started making fun out of us. Okay, before somebody pinched him, and then he started saying some other stuff, but those did not come from his heart. For the president to make a statement, God is not creating land again, so that the people's land. That make me to feel very, very good, very, very proud of the president, because he proved me right every day that he cannot find solution to problem. For president to say God is not creating land anymore, so the land for the people, let them be there. That is very, very sad for the country, but it makes me happy because I always say to my people that Mr. Black Eye, who is now President Black Eye, does not know how to find solution to problems. And since he came to power, when it comes to problem like that, he has not proven to me that he can find solution to problem. That's how it is. Over there is not the only land, free land. And where the government got the land from? Because some people wrote on social media, like government space and all those stuff, and the citizen also to be there, and what have you. So who gave the government the land? Because government did not own land. Government met people, and people gave area for government to use. So you cannot say, well, the land is for government. Somebody gave government a place for them to use. And if somebody gave government a place to use, and the population is increasing, government has to be for the people, by the people, to be able to consider the affairs of the people. If it is civilian, like for me or a friend of mine whose property was encroached by another person, and they have resolved everything, and the person stay get a stubborn mind and decide to continue doing whatever he's going to do. So you think my friend going to spare him that when the judgment is in his favor, going to say, look, vacate the place, or you're going to break it down. Those are different things that we can deal with. But for the president to say, well, this is government land and God is no longer creating land for this reason, the army people, they have the right to destroy the people's place. And that lady spent a lot of money just to build something decent over there, and for you to destroy the person's property like that, just for the military, that is very, 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 very wrong. And it is the government of Liberia that is doing it. Anybody who says that is not the government of Liberia, that person get mud brain, and not even mosquito brain, mud brain. There's no blood vessel. There's nothing. It's dead. Because I heard from once Asano or whatever his name is, he was saying, oh, that is not government, that the military people. There's somebody that his brain is not functioning because the military belongs to the government. The president of the Republic of Liberia is the commander-in-chief of the military. So for him to say it is not a government, that the military people doing it, it makes me to see that his brain is mud brain, MUD. There is no liquid running through it as far as blood is concerned. So that is dead brain. And we see dead brain people who will speak in a dead way, the way the guy spoke. Who calls somebody that has mosquito brain? I think mosquito brain, they have some stuff that going through their brain and they can function. So it is a sad situation for the president to have made such a decision. But again, the president cannot find solution to problem. He always on the wrong side when it comes to solution. So that's what I have to say when it comes to that. And he always proving me right when I say that.
Yeah. So thank you, Solomon Baga Reeves. Let cross over to Janet. Janet, you listen to the pape. Pape, somebody said the pape get cheek.
You're supposed to play the better one of control instead the one that you just played. You ought to play that particular one that is in our chat room so that the people can hear you clearly. The one that has no music background.
Yeah. We were definitely get what you're talking about. We had it in here. We can, Janet, just watch out for President Boycott.
Because the people didn't. In fact, I did not know that the people are quoting him. God is not making land anymore. I did not know that was a quotation from the president. In fact, maybe Geneva will read that president quotation next time to explain it.
Okay, so let's listen to that. That one doesn't have music.
To have an agency make sure, apart from running the office, know your asset. So the army people know the demarcation, they know what land belongs to them. If they don't, there's a way to determine that. We'll make sure that the army is not violating anybody's right.
Are you going to reconsider the appeal? They are appealing to the government now to reconsider them, but because
to reconsider who? The army is entitled to decent livelihood that they are placed. God is not making new land. That place. God is not making new land. God is not making new land. Their place. God is not making new place. God is not making new land. 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 Their place. God is not making new land.
Okay, so you got it, right, fellow Liberians? You got it, papi. Yeah, Janet, I get you. The old man. I get you. Listen to the old man. Listen to the man.
You guys have said it all, and you guys spoke my mind, because I'm like, when you are living with your parents and then you're depending on them, and one morning and they come and tell you, what, you gotta go on your own. I can't do anything about it. How broken you can be, because they are your source of income and every other thing. So if the president, who knows what's unfolding and know the country he's taking care of, or he's the president of, knowing very well that the population keep increasing by the day, and then the people occupy that place, not because they wanted to just do it all by themselves, but because of the water king. People came, they relocated to the city, and there was no way for them to go back because they never had homes and other things. And in fact, they started interacting with other people here, and they got their family. Like Solo said the other day, Solomon, he said, some people are stubborn. Why they know that this place is for, the government, they decide to do all of those things on it. And they know that this property is for this person, and they told them they did not do follow up. They went ahead and invested on that property. We all know that, but there are other things you should be able to take into consideration. The country that you are governing, this country have gone through war, and that was the reason or the purpose for which people came, and the city got overcrowded. So let's take for typical example that he wanted to relocate the barrack. He was never going to do it. So if people went to him and told him, you know what, you got to reconsider the people, and then he said God isn't creating any land anymore, and in fact, he can't reconsider the people because the place is for the army. Look at how populated that place has become. Everybody there. So you think that place will be good for you to decide to make it a barrack again, where people will see people with ammunition, like you spoke about the other day. People are still traumatized from the war. So by the time they start seeing those things, fear and other things. So at least the barrier should be somewhere isolated, very far from from the ordinary people, so that people cannot get involved into other things. You see people getting arms around here, they're getting it from those people who are closer and things. Liberia, the leaders that we choose, we should think twice before allowing that to happen. When we're talking about the way this man was behaving, somebody who had been in government for over 42 years counting, and he did not make any impact. He was not even able to put his community together to say, oh, he's the head of this community. He had an initiative to say, okay, let's do it like this. You decided to make this person or president. Ellen Johnson came, right? She saw that they needed to develop the place, but she looked at the prevailing situation. She said, no, this is not the time. George Weah King, the same way he saw this thing, he said, we need to carry out development. But then he looked at it, he said, no, this is not the set time. We should be able to, compensate the people very well, be able to relocate these people and tell them, we gave you this ample time. You know what? You will be here temporarily, maybe for a year or two, and then later on, you people can be able to find your place. But you just get up in the morning and the people see bulldozers, you just destroy that properties and everything. How do you expect that person to start? Everybody else complaining about this lady and her son. That woman cried like a child. Simple as bridge, people lost their lives out of frustration. Where am I going to start from? There are other mechanisms that should be put in place for these things. But the president will come out like Solomon said. He saw, he would just be sarcastic to the people and talk to them anyhow. Doesn't care. They see people, you came to them, you told them, I'm going to rescue you. I'm going to make sure things get better for you. I'm going to make sure you have a better life. Now people and properties and all those things, you're not having time for it. You say because the place is for the army, so they should do whatever they think they can do. Whether somebody is going to die from it, whether you carry somebody to zero because of your decision, you don't care. You say you came to protect the citizens and the masses. Why are you doing what you are doing? We made this mistake, like you said, he is our president, and we made that mistake. I hear people say they may go in for another 110. No problem. No problem. One good thing I know about we the Liberians, we quite to adjust. When God comes, we will accept it. When food comes, we accept it. But I just want you to know that this thing, every one of us are going through and suffering. One way or the other, you somehow connected to that person. So this is how far I can go, and let's give our callers chance to say what they have to say. But this is so sad and frustrating for all of us. Now people going to family members to squat, lying down on people's porches. I know of a family, the people brought one or two things, they're lying down on the front porch right outside because the person said, I can't allow you into my house. Can you imagine somebody who had their own place were able to take care of their family and their home? Look at what's happening to them. And then he doesn't care, not thinking about any housing units, but he's thinking of, I don't care, let them go. The place is for the army people. So we should stay and be able to see what has happened to us. What is the decision that we made that is, coming back at us, whether positively or negatively. So that's it.
Okay, Chanan Pesiman. Thank you. Solomon Bakaris, is there any other thing you want to chip in? Then we can move forward.
Well, our people can call, but again, as Jenna said, the previous president, they saw it, they looked at it. He said it was not necessary to move the people from there, or for the military to move the people from there. And then they didn't move them from there. So for him to come and say, well, I'm going to be the boogeyman, I do whatever I want to do. I mean, it is very, very sad. And again, every day when it comes to finding resolution to problem, I always say that the president is making me to be a smart person with my mouth brain. I think making me to be a smart person because, and I became a prophet then because I said this man cannot resolve problem, and from day one, we still are going through that trend. It is sad for the country, and I feel hurt for those people, who have invested in a place they don't have any place to go. Then there's no job in the country. Government is not making provision so that there can be job for people to at least to build something, even that's been around, or to find a place to do. They're not doing anything like that. Government can build a decent place for the military people to live there military housing. They can live there as military people, but not in a city, in the heart of the people, to traumatize the people and all those stuff. That was not a wise move from our president.
Yes. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so like we said, so very quickly, let me read a piece in connection to exactly what we are talking about here, and thereafter we go to the line. You remember Fidel Brown, the man who came out.
Yeah, yeah.
So he no more right, more especially with our contemporary situation, the societal issues, another thing, right? So he write a piece here. He's a veteran journalist as well, investigative journalist as well. So he said, if presidential election was held today, former President George Manuel Weah might have the advantage over President Joseph Yoman Boyka. A change is necessary, but let us not overheard, folks. People need time to adjust, and gradual reforms work better than radical overhaul. President Joseph Boyka's arrest agenda has potential, but it is crucial to explain it clearly to Liberians. The concept is good, but what is the point if people are clumping in the dark? The government needs to get the message out and fast. The opposition is currently dominating the narratives, painting the administration in a negative light. They are winning the propaganda war, and if the presidential election was held today, we might have the advantage. It is a worrying trend that needs urgent attention. Hate speech and abusive language are ripping Liberia apart. The Ministry of Information should lead by example, promoting constructive dialogue instead of fueling the fire. We can't have the government's voice being the loudest, the inspiring negativity. The funding for the Ministry of Information is a must. They are the ones who will get the message out about the rest agenda. So I don't want to read the other issue, but there is something I took in, about what he wrote that I have of interest in. Is just very important. Let me just talk about it very, very quickly and go to the line. I sometimes follow he writes up, and I analyze some of the statements, some of these things that he always makes. Look, Chief, this particular issue, I love the fact that you talk about, the issue that has to do with, the hate speech of the thing, like Janet Pesima would say, tearing Liberia apart. And exactly that is what's happening, right? We cannot have government officials who should be able to take the lead, and even about the president himself. When we will be giving this kind of like the children in the street will say loose talks, right? Yeah. To Liberian people who are feeling the pinch of the economic situation, of decisions that this government is being made, when the same people crying day and night, and after with all these things that are happening, when they look up to the president for comfort, then they are giving loose talk, right? Listen to the Ministry of Information, the cussing. Listen to the other government ministry, the giving chick. Go to the executive mansion, the president in chief. He himself takes the lead. And then one may say it is a propaganda, people using it as propaganda to pin the government blood. No, chief, it's not propaganda. That's not what you call propaganda. It's a reality. The reality is there. Aren't Liberians suffering? Mr. Brown, aren't Liberians suffering? They are. That demolition thing we're talking about, it's happening. People are suffering. Go in the very markets. This is not happening. We are not talking about things that are in a blue sky. We are not making up stories here. And people who supported this particular government, they are on record by telling the Liberian people that we just many things to bring up a better power. We lie. There are a lot of bad things we dare on the darkness to bring up a better power. And these things that they talk about, because our society is a global society now, our people heal to those things they talked about yesterday, And now the truth is coming out. Then somebody will say that propaganda, or people using it to do this, do that, or talk about negative speech and all this. No, chief. There's the reality. That's what happened. You are saying it. The reality is what we are talking about here, chief. We are cognizant of the fact that that land may not belong to the people, but yet there is a way, there is a manner in which this particular process will have been handled, that the people, though they will feel somehow, but it will not be at this level. Look at the lady that was crying down. That should be your mother and your sister in that particular situation. You're not talking that people talking about propaganda, people running at this and that. No, we should not be doing these things. When things are not on, or they don't fall on, or in our situation, we should not politicize or frame it in a way, a manner in which it will make the person to feel somehow. This country belongs to every one of us. And under no condition that Liberians in their own country, they will be treated the way, the form and manner in which they are treated. There are better way to handle this particular situation. Look all over the country where a process that is going on. With a particular process that is going on, effective people, demolishing people's home. Liberians are now sleeping outside, sleeping on a mid shift, sleeping on the things right in the capital here. People saying that somebody will say, "Oh, they want to propaganda this or that." No, man, we shouldn't be saying these things.
Consider who?
Consider who? Yeah, that statement. It's another statement, right?
They are not important.
They are not important. That's what the president is trying to say.
Yeah, mocking the people, the same.
That's what the president is trying to say. So let's take a few calls a year from our people. A lot of them say, fellow Liberian, hear from you. Just a few calls, then we'll go home. This is the weekend. The weekend was always be celebrating here. Janet Besma already started, and the probably said, "No, I have weekend and I celebrate. I need to talk something." So let's get to the line. This person. Let me get this person on. Good morning. You are live. Janet, you can take the calls. Yeah, please take the call.
Good morning.
Good morning, Janet. I'm Patience recording from Tikoro.
Okay, Patience, let's hear you.
Janet, we've been talking. Hey, chauffeur. We've been telling the people that the government behind the demolition exercise. The president yesterday. But to tell you that the president will get in that silver. You see, your citizen shopping, they give the poach, he said, reconsider who. Why you call reconsider who? Ain't see it, Jenny. Ain't see it, but they never saying that we don't want work for him. The papa can't wear pack attention, can't wear 3 people, won't say your banky. You see it? They bring it for us down, and they got one pack up, broadcasting system, playing for, that I added the poor open. One man can be up on a broadcasting system in the neck, calling John Lobo, playing for the people. You see it? That kind of control power saying. But say that papa, nobody get here for him. God, they make it laugh. They make so poor, they walk campaign. That war coming first. Go on, buy medicine and rest and put in the horse. And today, we are taking power over. You see, we are taking power over for victory. You see how we see suffering? We see all the evil people see the Baba before. Your citizens crying. They say reconsider who. That one know English.
Yeah.
You know how to spell reconsider.
That says
the that 12 years. Says the other way the men produce then 12 years. They walk on to the money.
All right, thank you so much for your contribution. Let's get this caller. Good morning. Yeah. Okay, let's hear you. Serious trouble. Yes. Thank you. Like I said. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. We have, oh God, we lost this one. Yeah, seriously. That's a problem. You happy? Okay, we have a caller. Good morning.
Yes, good afternoon, Kene.
Yeah, your name and where you call from.
This is Council of
Okay, let's hear you quickly.
You know, that step of human being, what kind of hard we get? We get to do all kinds of things. Eh? What kind of hard is you expecting looking at that man's face? You think that man is human being to get feeling for people? You're talking about 45 years experience of work. I wonder what that man was working. Your day background. Check on him. You need to check for him. And then the information minister. Then go let him get cheap. You go when he move from there, you go back again in the sea and start working in the old food soup. The people that used to clean, I you see him. So thank you, ma.
Okay, Mama. Thank you. Thank you so much. We have another caller. Good morning.
Yeah, but money that my best.
Yeah, my
best. What your money?
Yeah.
Your money for what? It after your money. Yeah, thank you, dear money. You say we are not coming back. The people who come for your bar, they will still for your car. They will give it cheap. Now we are people will give it, or we are giving it cheap now. I say, error. You are in a pocket jar. You make 12 years, 14 years. 14 years, 2 years a day. He never said that he got it. He never paid how. He paid out the there. Today, you're paying the people, you're having money back. They pay your house, he profit. They started to say, what they new land? They are not for price. They are wanting the policy, the policy. They won't go up and who price for the policy? Who's out there? They get who price. If they're running on the ground. So who's out there? You're telling us the policy. Let the buy later. If I got that, we are doing.
That place that's the army. Okay. And the army is going there to take it back. Okay. So thank you so much. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you. Let's go. That's not a person. Good morning.
He's going in the car. He's taking again. He's selling in a way to drop people more money to kill it. If you want me 1,000, you have to watch out when you come back. So I'm going to be thinking for you, the thing about it, and then they do anything on it. Then you must take it for them. So they're also on a song. That's all. Then when they pull back and they say, we're not coming back, who are you know we are? They're not going to be sharing the law. The city is blocking up. They say, we are not coming back. We are not coming back. I tell you all like this when I say, I'm coming. Come on, please share.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that got us other person.
Yeah.
Well, hey, you alive?
Yes. Let me say good morning to everyone. So you are your favorite. Yeah, there's enough Easter, man. Enough Easter, the people who talk here, enough Easter, for people just looking at it to see that type of way. And we just come and name and years, not the actual William study for PhD community. It is very easy, very study. This is especially the remark. That means the person is supposed to be the last person. He is the CRC, the manner in chief. He's supposed to be the last person to make that type of statement as a match to the people. The people are right. People are right. People houses are taking that. People, they are demolishing people's houses. So it's very sorry for you to make that type of remark. And not let our lady, even let our lady spend money. For other people spend money, it's just that maybe the few frustrated people are not crying. Like what I know that day, the people are right. People, can you imagine where are the people going? Where are they going to get place to sleep? So people passing up and down looking for sleeping place. You almost say people are passing up and down looking for sleeping place. So at least the time you know, you're supposed to tell the people to encourage the people. Whether you know a bit or not, you're supposed to encourage the people. And then the people are begging them to see what to do. At least I was going to be I was going to be better. So for you to make that remark to say, Burma creating new legs, new people. Can you imagine that? So when the president said that now, then we will be looking up to. So now, nobody should say, when something happens to your friend, don't say you support it. Because it will happen to you tomorrow too. And they do you tomorrow. They say that me, and they do you. So don't support. And people are very there and there. Supporting what are very off. Yes. Even when I'm going there, people go there and learn those things. People get the problem women there. There's a way to talk to the people. People take the people, just tell the people, talk to them. Say them little of nothing, make it because the thousands of dollars for their parents or great grandparents think to do that. The government will not expect to pay all that money. But at least talk to them to let them get their something. So they will be after them, they will relocate their stuff.
Thank you. Let me get at my car for this and good morning, car. Yeah, he's fine.
I can't get out. I can't get out. International community come from
we nation always tell us that Ghana has the ability to solve problems. It's true. Because if you look at his past record, when you talk about the collaborative political party, where he did that, you cannot be like that. That should be in a position to solve problems. Waka will shift blame. Waka will shift responsibility to others at the end. And it says because you want to blame the issue of the people because you lost the ability. That is an easy situation to handle. Because looking at the situation that I've already seen people stay in a structure, training their young babies and looking at all these things. So you can restore some kind. You're going to jump to that whole situation and instruct some of the governmental institutions that are responsible. Investigation is going to report the investigation has many people actually have some legal document. You go ahead and investigation, but if it is true that they really I gave them 6 months. That is why you put the resources for the citizens. Every further ask them to leave. When you do that, other people say, oh yeah, this is the one who restore society. This is a simple to be able to go there to look for money. This is the one that is crying about those uniform and she's not going to the street. She can't get small, she can't. You're going to break it down. How is she going to be defending or how is she going to be displaying that?
Yeah, the mess statement never ended. So sad.
I can't get out. I can't get out. I can't get out. International community can't come
Thank you, Edmaka. Let's hold you there. Take another person.
Good morning.
Morning, I agree.
Your name and where you call from?
Most of our political communities. Concern about the home business. As a young man, they were from Goa, away from the rest. We don't have anything going to other people. That people passing through the rest to the kind of power. So, no, the rest can make it with them. The only American that can make it with that woman. My sister, like, that's all good enough. Hey, you are just out there, you said that was very hard. So, the army people know that people stop just the rest of the land belong to them. I bet they don't. No very big of you, I said, they were coming back to one day, we are like, we're going to man. You'll see how you stop, look at the children that will be doing you, stop it. Well, I better see that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for making your own points. So let's take another person.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Koto.
Good morning.
Good morning, Janet Tesima. Koto is Janet Tesima and Professor Mohammed. And I come from Kukukono, down Coast Hill, West Town Community. Koto, thank you very much this morning. Koto, if you see the anger in the paper yesterday, who is this paper getting angry with? Are you getting angry with people who gave you food? This is the same issue number 5 that you, President Waka, Charles Dino, you can talk about.
So the army people know
money to cut against their own lawmakers. They raise money for you in our interest and the control. So you can remember doing that was a long time. They took the law in our place. They raised thousands of dollars. They told him that you don't have money, the law will raise money for you. They took that money and made the law. Send it up today. Is this a payback that you're giving them with that kind of anger? Help Joe Buckeye. You are surpassing the Liberian people. This is not what the people entrusted you with. You told the people that you will create jobs. People will work. Children will not stay in the streets. Today you are making them homeless and you are answering them in a kind of angry mood. I don't know where is Liberia going. I'm seeing on social media now, Rotota is on fire too. They are doing demolition there. Is this what they came to do? Yes. That is what we do there, and that's what they fought for. Because with the decision, your return of the decision is what you live for. Thank you very much, Koto, for always giving us the opportunity to make our brother on our station.
Thank you, my dear brother.
Good morning.
Good morning, Stephen.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm Peter Tarika, so I come under the street light in Lower Johnsonville. Let me say thanks to you and your co-host in the diaspora. You see, the first thing the government needs to understand is, in this case and time, a military barrage should not be in the middle of the town. That is not an ideal area for military barrage. And the words of all the president, Joseph Mabuaka and co-officials, are totally insensitive to the plight of the Nigerian and the people. You cannot go as a president in an area where your citizens, people that voted for you, are sharing care. They are dying almost in pain. Then you that kind of sarcastic remark against them. I think that was very much elementary on the part of the president, who now know that God is not creating a new land. We should play a major role, a leadership role, motivate them, console their soul. You see what Ellen did? That same information came during Ellen time. Ellen told the people to forget it. We are done the same thing. We are saying what? You forget it, that the people said that. But there's wicked old men that come to power are going to have mercy on people. And that's why we articulated to the people that Josiah Imabwaka is not going to become and a good leader.
Thank
so
you. Thank
these
you.
are the results. The reality are setting in.
Okay,
so
thank
we are
you.
fully prepared. Now we are returned.
Thank you. Let's get this other person. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Quantum.
Good morning. You are live. Go ahead, man.
Good morning, Mr. Quantum.
Yeah, you are live. Go ahead. We are getting you. Are you hearing us?
Good morning.
Let's see whether we can get it from this and this last quarter. Then we go home on today's edition of the program, Issues in the Society. But I get it from the end and see whether we get this person. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. We are fine. We are all fine here.
Okay, fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you for this morning for the program.
Okay.
I'm calling from Texas. Thank you. My first concern is the army should know that particular place is not place at the area for barrack. No, it's not. Though did it because that time Moria was not populated like that. In the 80s, Moria was not populated like that. Then he acquired the land from a family.
Okay.
It was not free. President Do acquired that place from a family. So he put a barrack there to help to give housing to some of the army guys because there were plenty at that time. The army was very huge. So he put a house in there to accommodate them. And he acquired the property from a family. President Do acquired from a family. What happened when the family come up? If they have a child somewhere, because the family die in a war, what happened if they have a child somewhere who will say, today I come from the land? I come from my people's land. So it was not free land. It was not free land. Some of them working in the Do family and Do government right now. It was not a free land control. Now today, look at the population in Morovia. They rent out of what part of the world in that you bring barrack? What part of this world in the heart of the city you bring a barrack? What happened Rafi Highway where they are? If they want extension, they can't build more houses there. It's not good. The army should even know that it's not safe for them. The heart of the city is not safe. That's why with their guns, but it's not safe for them. It's not safe for our country. Then they come now and breaking people and putting people out and making citizens to cry in their name. The voice of the people is the voice of God. The one voice of the people is the voice of God. What they're doing in that land is not good.
Okay.
Then the old man now, the 85 years old man, who say he's president today, he can make peace. He can make peace in his home. The outside he'll make peace. His own wife in the house left the house for many years. They were not together. It was the former president Shelif, who said no. After the election, said no. You won't be my vice president. I don't have a husband. I'm a widow. Then you come also when your wife is living, you pour out. She left you. You don't have a wife. I don't want that kind of government. It was when he begged that woman to come. Well, are you more? Yes, woman left because of cruelty. That man is cruel. We made a mistake.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for making your own point on the show here. And that's good. I'm sorry, we are not taking any more call. Jenin, let's go over to Solomon. Let's see whether we can get Solomon on the screen. Solomon, just a minute. You can wrap up very, very quickly as we go home. So let's get you, Solo.
Yeah, thank you very much. And many thanks to the callers, especially the last caller. The statement, I think she just buttressed what I was saying. The whole area, the Genesis, and also the Zion. So I don't know which of the family probably may have gotten that particular property. Do may have gotten it from the Genesis to have donated that or the Zions. But I mean, he is the president. He is the commander-in-chief. He has his voice, as we said earlier, to say, look, the country is overly crowded, the city is overly crowded, the country is overly crowded. So the military, they can live any kind of life because that is the world they can live hardship. That's how they are trained to be. So relocating the military somewhere else and finding housing for them, that would be good. But instead of paying attention to the citizenry, you just cheat them out. God is no longer making creating new land and what have you. So that was a political blunder on my president, my partisan. I hope he will find it necessary to find solution to problems and not to compact and complex problems. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Chalon, I get you. Then we'll go home.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody. We pray that there be a solution for this whole thing because people are hungry, people are homeless. That's too much for Liberia. So I want to say thank you for all of our callers, commenters, Solo, Masale, everybody for being a part. And Issues in the Society is taking her weekend break to be back on Monday.
Okay. Thank you so much, Janet Pessiman. Thank you. And also to Solomon Bakari, those of you who called and also commented in our various comment sections. We are taking our usual weekend break for the special Grace of God Monday. We'll be here. I'm Stephen Compton, Janet Pessiman, and Solomon Bakari were here with me. Do have yourself a blessed weekend.
Bye, guys.